Right, we're on the SOTA today. This is Golf Whiskey Mike Whiskey 002, Great Ross, Mid Wales #2, and I'm really excited. I've got my hands on a new radio, which I've not used yet. I've turned it on at home and tried it out. I've been trying to get my hands on one of these ever since it was announced, and it was announced, what, well over a year ago, and it never materialised, and people were starting to think, was it just a publicity stunt? And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, it turned up on the market. There's not many of these around. They're really difficult to get hold of. I put my details down to be notified when they came into stock with Moonraker, and they sent me an email. I'm not sponsored by Moonraker, by the way, absolutely no affiliation. They sent me an email that they were now in stock, and I ordered it within about literally 5 or 10 minutes of that email coming through, and later that day, within a few hours, they were out of stock again. So there aren't many of these around at the moment, but we're going to give it a shot and see how we get on with it. So first impression, it's quite a bit bigger and heavier than I thought. Actually, it's quite substantial. Made of the case itself is made of metal. The battery pack is plastic, so it still feels durable, but I wonder if that might be a bit of a weak spot, along with the screen. Now, the major difference between this and the predecessor, the TX-500, is its form factor. So this is more of a man portable. The original was more of a horizontal portable radio with the screen. It had a dial. Now you have to change frequencies with the buttons on this. There's no rotary encoder, which for some people might be a bit of a pain, but it is designed as a durable radio. Now, it's not cheap. I think this was £1,400 here in the UK, which you're basically more expensive than an ICOM 705. If you're into FTX1 money on the for the ASU equivalent. And this has far less features, but it is much more robust. So I guess that's what you're paying for. Now, there was a question mark when Moonraker phoned me after I placed the order. They told me it didn't come with the battery pack, which is an additional £500, and I thought, oh no. But to be fair to Moonraker, they did give me the option of cancelling the order. But when it showed up, it did actually have the battery pack. Now, it takes lithium-ion 18650s. It doesn't come with the batteries. It is just the battery pack, so you need to get 6 18650s, which I had laying around. So I put some old batteries in there. I'm just hoping the batteries are going to last. We'll find out in a minute. So we're going to do a SOTA activation on Golf Whiskey Golf Whiskey Mike Whiskey 002 and see how we get on with this radio. Mike 0 Golf Quebec Charlie calling CQ SOTA. CQ Summits on the air from Golf Whiskey Mike Whiskey 002. Golf Whiskey Mike Whiskey 002 calling CQ SOTA. Standing by for any calls.
Alpha 1 Delta Hotel Bravo. Good morning, James. Using a report 5 and 5, Roger.
Roger, very good morning, my friend. Got the 5 and 7 for you. 5-7 for you, over.
Okay, thank you for 5-7. Thank you for Sammy. Good SOTA 73. Ciao.
Thank you very much, my friend. First in the log, 73 QRZ.
Sierra Quebec 9 Charlie Whiskey Ontario.
Sierra Quebec 9 Charlie Whiskey Oscar, I believe. Got you a 5 and 5, 5-5, over.
Roger. Good afternoon, good morning, James. 5 by 5 also. 5 by 5. Thank you. 73. Good luck. Good day.
5-5 both ways. Thank you very much. 7-3 QRZ. Summit. Go ahead.
Okay, this is Sierra Papa, stroke, Oscar Echo 5, Radio Echo Oscar Portable. I repeat, Sierra Papa, stroke, Oscar Echo 5, Radio Echo Oscar Portable. Roger.
Got Sierra Papa / Oscar Echo 5 radio. What was the last letter?
It's Radio Echo Oscar Portable. Romeo Echo Oscar Portable. Roger.
Roger, Roger. I should have recognised that call sign. I should have recognised the call sign. You're 5 and 5, 5 and 5 with me onto Golf Whiskey, Mike Whiskey 002. Over.
Okay, Mike Whiskey 002. You're 5 and 5 also. 5 and 5. I'm on Sierra Papa. Stroke Bravo Zulu 046. Bravo Zulu 046. Roger.
Roger, Roger, got you. Sierra Papa Bravo Zulu 046. Bravo Zulu 046. Thank you very much for the summit, my friend. Enjoy the summit. 7-3.
Okay, thank you very much for contact. 7-3. All the best.
Right, so I don't know if you can hear the rain on the roof of the car. It's absolutely chucking it down, so I didn't film an awful lot on the summit. I filmed this last bit back in the car. So, TX-500MP is a SOTA radio. I like it. Couple of niggles with it, which are also its downsides, are also its strengths. So, for example, it does not have a waterfall on the display, which might annoy some people, and its brother, the TX-500, the original, does, but that has a bigger screen. Now, I think the reason they've taken the waterfall off is because the screen on this is a lot smaller. They've shrunk it down from the original TX-500. And that's to do with its robustness. Screens can be knocked. If you drop the radio, the screens can get cracked. So they've reduced the size of the screen, partly for the form factor and also to make it more robust. It doesn't have a rotary encoder to change the frequency for the VFO. You have to do that with the buttons on here, which again might annoy some people, but if you're just going to set it on the frequency and leave it, you're just going to call CQ on the frequency, then not too big an issue. Again, that's for robustness, and as part of it's waterproof. I'm saying waterproofing, you wouldn't want to submerge this, but water resistance or splash proof is probably a better word. Menus, it's a bit fiddly going backwards and forwards between the menus, so you're probably not going to be able to see this on camera, but for example, I've got a menu along the bottom here. In order to change the volume, I have to press the function button there, and then I can use the up-down buttons to change the volume. You can't hear anything at the moment because I haven't got the speaker mic plugged in. And then to change frequency, you have to press the button next to it, the function 2, and go up and down on the frequencies there. You've also got other menus you have to toggle sideways, backwards and forwards between. So menu system, bit of a pig, but for a robust radio for SOTA, I think you can live with it. No built-in speaker. Again, that's done presumably for its splash protection. You put a speaker in there, you've got holes, water can get into it. So the speaker is in the microphone, which it might annoy some people. I kind of prefer the speaker in the radio rather than the microphone, but the audio from the speaker mic is good. It's perfectly usable. It's not as good as the ICOM 705 or the Yaesu FTX1. Now let's talk about competitors to this competition. The FTX1 from Yaesu, they pitched that as a replacement for the 817-818. I disagree personally. I find it's a bit big. It's certainly heavy. It's heavier than this, and it's fragile. So I will not be taking mine up on the SOTA Summit. I think that's aimed more at the sort of POTA market, operating on the park bench and with the amp from your home QTH as well. So I would say let's eliminate the Yaesu FTX1 as the competition from this, which some people would be surprised at that, given that I'm a bit of a Yaesu nut. The other obvious comparison is the ICOM 705. That is certainly lighter than this, probably about the same, maybe the same size, would you say? But the problem with this ICOM 705, I find it a little bit fragile. I always get really nervous about taking it up a summit, and by the time you put it in a protective case, it's a lot bigger and heavier than this. You see the case I've got mine in, it's probably about the same width as this, but a lot thicker and certainly heavier. The other comparison that some people might overlook is the FX4CR from China. I absolutely love that rig. I've got all of these rigs I've mentioned, I've got one. And the FX4CR, I absolutely love that as a SOTA radio. It's absolutely tiny, lightweight, 20 watts, costs about a third of what this costs. Does not have an internal battery though, or a tuner. But it does do 20 watts and makes a really good SOTA radio, fairly robust. So for me, if I was looking purely for a radio to use on a SOTA Summit, it would be between this and the FX4CR. Now, like I say, no batteries on the FX4CR. This has batteries built in. It also has an internal tuner, but is only 10 watts. So you can run this 10 watts off the internal batteries. So to me, it comes down to, A, can you stomach the price tag? And this is expensive. It's £1,400 here in the UK. Very difficult to get hold of. There aren't that many of them around, but it is robust. I don't think this is going to get broken anytime soon, even if I was to drop it. But like I say, the price versus the FX4CR is a robust radio, probably not as robust as this, but got 20 watts, smaller but no internal batteries. And in case you're wondering, battery life on this, I did about I was probably on air for about 20 minutes, half hour, and if you can see that, I've still got 4 LEDs on the back there. So that was running 10 watts with the internal batteries. So there you go. As I say, I think it comes down to whether or not you can stomach the price and whether you want 10 watts or 20 watts.